everyone, we're back. Merry Christmas, although Christmas was yesterday, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so we have to get map pieces. And I gotta take my coat off because as cold as it is in here, it's making it very difficult for me to put my arm on my armrest. It's a really big jacket. It's one of those Strato jacks. If you've ever seen them, they're big. They keep you warm when it's cold out, although I need to put it on in here because that's how cold my apartment is. I'm living in the Arctic Circle, apparently. I just never even realized that the Arctic Circle was located in Northern California. Anyways, so here we are. I have a confession to make. I already got a map piece, but we're going to go back and do it anyways because I feel like it. Oh yeah, let's go over the party real fast. I've gone up to level 7. Yay! Remember, 30 hit points per level, 7 times 30, 210. Yay! I've also added Blaine, the jester. He's the gypsy dude. Yeah, he's on my team. He's level 5, so he's gone up 3 levels. Let's take a look at his stats compared to Katrina. She's level 6. Wait, she's level 6 now. He's level 6. I put it into dexterity because her dexterity was abysmally low. Remember, she's 19, 16, 16 when you get her at level 5, which isn't great considering she's now level 6. Now let's compare her stats at level 6 to Blaine's stats at level 5. Remember, he starts at level 2. 19, 27, 18. Level 5. Because he starts at level 2, you have more leeway with him, so I'm able to build him more efficiently. He's got higher dexterity, so he's now a bowman. See, he's got my other magic bow. I changed up my weapons a bit. She's going sword, spike, shield. Yellow, once again, he's an archer, so. Shimino's got a two-handed sword. He's all, I'm gonna kick your ass. He's fucking crazy. Because the two-handed sword, the hit rate of the two-handed sword is based off of your strength and your dexterity. And if you look at his stats, strength and dexterity works out to, was that 26? Whereas if you look at Dupre, he was going to be my two-handed sword. No. His strength is much, much higher, so giving him a strength weapon, like a Morning Star and a Spike Shield, both of which are strength weapons, makes more sense. And I'm with a Morning Star too, because it has a range of 2. What's my strength on hero? 26? Wouldn't have mattered with him, but still. Need to keep one hand free for the spellbook. So I'm going to go with strength. Because it's got a range of 2. Yay, range of 2. But again, I'm level 7, so I've got some enchanted staves now. It occurred to me that since I'm using Nuvi and not the original Ultima 6, that they might have patched out that little thing where you can actually have a level 8 spell on a level, or on a staff at level 7. But they did not, so yes, you can still have a resurrection staff at level 7. Because the way it works is you only cast the enchant spell, which itself is level 7. Then it asks you what spell do you want to enchant into the staff. You're not actually casting that second spell, you're just selecting it. So, I have a mass kill wand right here. And then I have a, yeah, he's got it. This is Great Light, just in case. And yellow is always my resurrection specialist, because anyone who plays EQ knows that it is not a healer's duty to heal someone in combat. It is a bard's duty to bring them up in combat. The healers need to be keeping people alive, not bringing them back from the dead. Or something like that. Anyhow. Are we all healed up? Where's my hit points? I want to warn you in advance and apologize in advance that I am not feeling great at all this week. I haven't gotten better since last week. In fact, I've gotten a little worse. I'm coming down with a bit of a fever, and as you can tell, I'm getting a little bit hoarse, but oh well. Oh, and look. Our favorite homeless begging asshole, he kind of had a little accident. Say, a accident. He was standing a bit too close to me while I popped the chest that just happened to have a trap on it. And for some unknown reason, I forgot to check the chest for a trap by casting Detect Trap. And he was killed in the blast. Oh no! But it's okay. We've marked his location. 2 candles. You know, that way I can see him at night. Here, let me show you. Hey, why is it not working? There it goes. See? Nice and illuminated. So look, here lies Finn. He pissed me off one time too often and exploded. The end. Okay. Come on. There we go. And one more. Okay, so map pieces. This is what we were told by Homer. Homer doesn't know where everyone is. So if you're doing it legitimately, you probably want to go to this one last, and that was that the cook Sandy went to Trinsic with the first mate. Okay. Notice he doesn't tell you who the first mate is. So when you talk to Sandy, Sandy's going to ask for a favor. In payment for doing Sandy a favor, Sandy will not only give you a piece of the map, Sandy will also tell you who the first mate is. And then the first mate will tell you which members he knows of. Okay? So realistically, you want to do that one last to do it in the order. But what we know is that someone was in a shipwreck. Someone moved to Jalom. Can't remember his name. Someone went to the desert to hunt the daemon Sinvaral. And what else did he tell us? Oh, I forgot. Someone went to a dungeon somewhere. Can't remember what his name was either. So, desert, that's where the Shrine of Sacrifice is. So let's go to the Shrine of Sacrifice and speak to the daemon Sinvaral. Except he's not a daemon anymore, now he's a gargoyle. In Ultima 5 he was a daemon. Let me give you a quick background on him while we go there. Okay, see, sacrifice is this way. Sinvaral was the guard of Lord British in Ultima 5 when Lord British had been captured by the Shadow Lords and imprisoned in the Underworld. But British turned him to the path of virtue, and so he moved up to the surface world, and he helped you on the quest by telling you the name of his master, the Shadow Lord Astaroth, who is the Shadow Lord of Hatred. You need to know their true names in order to destroy them. So that was kind of important. Now he's a gargoyle for some strange reason, which makes zero sense because gargoyles and daemons don't look anything alike. It would be kind of like mistaking your pet poodle for a fucking red dragon. Yeah, it's a common mistake. Anyone can make it. Man. That's some good Pepsi. What the hell are you still doing in bed, jackass? Whoops. There he is. So we talked to Sinvaral. That's not Sinvaral, that's Dupre. Oh, it's Dupre standing under his wing. Let's find some action. That's Dupre for you. No paladin jokes here, because Dupre is my main man. Okay, see, now notice how it says, you see the daemon Sinvaral. I just want to point this out. If you had not spoken to him and asked him his name, instead of saying Sinvaral under his portrait, it'll just say Gargoyle. But it clearly says right there, you see the daemon Sinvaral. What the fuck? Is he a daemon or is he a gargoyle? We don't know! We don't know! It's a mystery. Anyhow, hey, how's it going, buddy? Have you seen any pirates around here? Yeah, there's a pirate here. He was hunting me. But the ants got him. Okay, tell me about the ants. They're huge. And they're dangerous and they build mounds. Okay. Almond Joy has nuts. Mounds don't. But this mound's about to have a nut because I'm going to jump right into it. Alright, so giant ants. Oh yeah, we just saw some. There's the hole leading us to the dreaded ant mound. This is a great place to get experience, by the way. But you gotta be careful because remember, don't attack or don't kill creatures that don't attack you first. You can lose virtue from that. I say can because you don't always lose virtue from that. I don't know if that's a newbie thing or if it was like that in the original Ultima 6. But I do know that I lost karma in the original Ultima 6 once when I killed some wild animals. Maybe only certain wild animals count though, I'm not sure, but I'm just warning you. If it attacks first, feel free. If it doesn't attack first, well then, yeah, hold back. Speaking of karma, I gotta be careful. Let me show you something right here. If you're at the highest tier of karma, when you speak to a shrine, the shrine will say, "Thy deeds serve as an example to all." Let's see what sacrifice says. Thy deeds have shown admirable sacrifice. That's the second highest tier. I actually dropped a tier because I went a little overboard with the pickpocket spell, and I, stole all the stuff from Phoenix. Oh well. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful because you do need. I'm not sure if it's this tier or the tier below it. There's a minimum level of karma that you need in order to be able to finish the game. If you don't have that karma, you won't be able to get the final quest. It'll basically say, "You suck. Get out of here." And it's like, oh, okay. And I'm not sure how many different ways there are to gain karma. Every time you talk to a shrine, well, actually, every first time you talk to a shrine, you gain karma. You don't gain karma for successive sessions. So, oops. Meanwhile, let's meditate at this altar. I will. No, no, I don't want that. Ignore that game. That's my finger. It's stupid. It likes to hit the Q key a lot. That was supposed to be 1. Ka. The crow see, the crow saw, and in the corn he saith Ka. That's the little children's rhyme they teach you in Ultima 5. They teach you what the mantras were. Ultima 5 was my first Ultima, so I didn't actually know what the mantras were, which used to piss me off because Blackthorn would always ask me, what's the mantra of honesty? I didn't know the mantra of honesty. I hadn't played it that far yet. And he kept killing Yellow. God, it pissed me off so much. There's Ka. Ka, Ka, Ka. Alright. The universe is so vast and so ageless that the life of one man can only be justified by the measure of his sacrifice. There's not else for you to learn here. Come back when you've progressed further. You're a loser. Get out of here, jerk. Stealing all that stuff. Uh-oh, you attacked first. You're dead. You don't want to fuck with these guys. They'll kick your ass. They're bloodthirsty. Check that out. My crew don't mess around. These guys aren't quite as good as the trolls though, because like I said, you have to let them attack first. Trolls will automatically attack first, and trolls drop loot. These guys don't. They make bloodstains on the ground. But I believe they're worth the same experience value. Bastard, don't be doing that. Kill them all. You all need experience. Come on, Blaine. Damn it, you stole his kill. Come on, Blaine. Ah, damn it, Blaine, you suck. Alright, so here we go. Cast spell, Great Light. Oh yeah, I got a new spell. You can only cast it once. And you should never, ever cast it. Well, okay. It's kind of like crossing the streams. Never, ever cross the streams. Unless you gotta take out Gozer the Gozerian. Then it's okay just once to cross the streams. Yeah, you can cast this spell exactly once in the Ultima universe. You get it from the Wisps. And in order to actually get the 8th circle spell sold by Xiao over in Moonglow, you have to speak to the Wisps. I don't know if you have to get the Armageddon spell, but you do have to speak to the Wisps, because if you haven't spoken to the Wisps, she'll basically tell you, you aren't ready for level 8 yet. Behold the power of my awesome magic. Alright, spiked flail time. I know they call it a morning star, but it's actually a spiked flail. Everyone makes that mistake. It's okay. Baldur's Gate did not make that mistake. Baldur's Gate knew what a morning star was. Sometimes EverQuest knows what a morning star is too. Sometimes they don't. EverQuest is interesting that way. Sometimes they get them right, sometimes they are just horribly, horribly wrong. It's like, ship's cannon. It's a table knife. No, this is a ship's cannon. Okay. Okay, we're looking for a hole. Not a ladder. Now, while you're down here, there is a queen ant. She's on a pedestal. Do not kill her. That is a karma hit. Never ever kill the queen ant. She is non-aggressive. So ignore her. Well, don't ignore her, because if you ignore her, that's rude. She's a queen after all. No, I think it was this way. Guys, can you do something about that? Actually, Blaine, how you doing on experience? So close. 40 experience points to go. And he can be level 6. And then I can either cap out his dexterity, or alternatively, I can give him a little bit of strength, because he is kind of a pansy. Okay, we want to go this way. Pretty sure it was up here. To the left. Yeah, there it is. See? Pretty sure it was up here to the left. Boom. Yeah. I may not be able to walk, I may not be able to see, I may not be able to cook hash browns anymore. Actually, I can still cook hash browns, but it's kind of risky. Can't hold the frying pan very well with my arm. It always wants to give out on me. In fact, a couple days ago, I almost did a face plant onto my stove while it was on, because my leg gave out on me. Luckily, I caught myself, but it was just kind of like, meh. Pray the world does not require me to save it from evil, because we're all screwed if that's the case. Alright, now I believe we want to go this way. Oh, no, no, we don't want to go that way. I do remember that. There's fighting going on in a different area of the dungeon, or cave, or whatever you want to call this. It's not a technical dungeon, but dungeon works, I suppose. And when you get close to that, they do get to take a turn. So if you are ever playing this game and you're suddenly walking and just it's not responding to keyboard presses, probably there's some monsters nearby that are fighting, and then it's going to start doing stuff like child critical, child charmed, sea serpent poisoned, etc., etc. Oops. Did not expect him to die from one hit. Usually it takes me 2. Is it this way? Yeah, there's the treasure room. It's not really a treasure room, but there are a bunch of dead bodies in here with treasure. What treasure was it? There was like some nightshade mushrooms. There were some torches, as evidenced by the torches right there. Gold nuggets. Oh, a lockpick. YOLO. Gonna need you to come over here and get the lockpick. And please, whatever you do, do not call him Lolo. I was like, I'm sorry. You profess being a fan, but you don't even know how to say the name of the guy who wrote songs, or stones. In fact, if I remember correctly, he actually tells you how to pronounce his name in this one. Name. See, that is an I. I-O-L-O. He pronounces his name YOLO. See, there it is. Right there. YOLO, get over here, buddy. You're my lockpick bitch. Because you have the highest dexterity of anyone. Except Blaine, if I decide to level up his dexterity the next time he gains a level. Which I might, because he's not really being used as a pack horse. Which way do we want to go? Let's see, we got all sorts of stuff. Cloth, torches. Oh, that's a jar of honey. Those ants managed to bring down a winged gargoyle. How in the hell did they do that? What's that? I can't quite... What is that? Zoo-ilum. Zoo-ilum? Sleep matter. Okay, that's what that means. It's mine! Alright, so we are looking for another hole. There it is. Last level. Okay, this last level is a little more complicated, but... Guys, do something about that. Good job, guys. Okay, now I'm thinking we go this way. It's a big open room. Nope, it's not this way. Is it this way? I don't think it's this way either. Oh wait, it might be. No, it's not. Yeah, let's go up and over this to the left some more. Okay, that's not it. We're basically looking for a dead fighter sprite in the room with a queen. If you search the dead fighter sprite, you'll find a map piece. I've already got that map piece, but it's in this cave. So I figured we get it because it should theoretically be the easiest one to get for me right now. Oh, hi little ants. But it did take me a while to find the first time I did this because I got lost. Although, oddly enough, getting lost actually helped me to find it. Okay, there should be a ladder going back up down here. Maybe it was this way. This might be it. Also doesn't help that I'm not feeling well because my eye keeps going in and out of blurry mode. Okay, I remember this room. We're close. Guys, do something about that? Don't just be picking on my main man, you pray, dick face. Is this it? Yeah, that's the body right there. And the Ant Queen is right up there. Don't attack her. Don't kill her. Leave her alone. That's where you get the map piece. What is that? Is that a gem? Magic gem. Yay! Grab that magic gem. Let's move his body around just because we can. That's disrespectful. You shouldn't do that. He's dead. He doesn't care. If he cared, he'd like reanimate and punch me in the face or something. And the best part about having the Orb of the Moons is being able to do this. Alright, that's one map piece down. Let's go look at it real fast. I put it in a chest and I left it outside of British's castle. British, heal me. Not sure how damaged we are. Probably not very, but just in case. Also, there has been a development. Due to an unfortunate case of rampant violence, many of the doors in the castle have been completely removed from their hinges. Authorities are baffled. Alright, over here. Pick that up. Let's look at the oh, where is it? Oh! Yeah, I went to the Lyceum and I got the book the British wants. The Wizard of Oz. And he will give me a bunch of magic gems for doing that, if I can turn it in, which I haven't. Okay, see, there are 9 map pieces, so you gotta do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then, as I recall, the X marks the spot. It's not in the middle. It's not in the middle. It's like down here somewhere. But if you actually have the world map, all you have to do is just glance at it, and you'll know where it's going to end up. Because there's really only one place in the world that matches the top row here. And if you match up the top row with the real world map, then you'll know there's really only one place it can be, which will be right down here. And if you know, you'll be like, oh, okay, and you can go there. But you need to talk to Homer anyways, because Homer tells you a little tiny minor piece of information telling you where on that island you need to go. They give you a little Ultima 3 trick, finding the town of Dawn, which was difficult to do in Ultima 3 if you didn't know where it already was. It's like, go so many steps in this direction, go so many steps in that direction, and wait until midnight, and then poof, it's there. But if you don't know about that, your host, it's like this one, well, not really a friend of mine, an acquaintance of mine, he was bragging because he was getting an early copy of Final Fantasy VII when Final Fantasy VII came out, but his copy was going to be Japanese. And I was like, well, that's great, but do you speak Japanese? No. Do you read Japanese? No, but I don't need to. It's just an RPG, so you don't need to read those. It's like, okay, what happens if there's an enemy that has a special weakness and there's only one way to bypass that weakness and you can't read it? Well, yeah. For example, Final Fantasy IV, when you go into the cave to fight the Dark Elf, with a very strong magnetic field, if you're wearing metal armor or using metal weapons, you can't move because the magnetic field pulls you down and paralyzes you. If you don't know that, you're going to have a hard time getting through that cave because you're not going to be able to move. Anyhow, let's... Whoops. Don't want to drop the map. I want to drop the chest. Right there. Good place for it. Now let's save it. So next time what we're going to do is we're going to go look for the guy in Jalom. I already know who it is. It's actually the beggar that you talked to outside of the tavern where you got the Rune of Valor using Sherry. The guy who has a hook for a hand. What was his name? Starts with an H. I don't remember his name. Anyways, he'll tell you that he lost the map. It's going to cost you 20 gold pieces, but if you give him 20 gold pieces, he'll tell you, I lost the map. I was using it to start a fire, but before I could actually start the fire, a swarm of giant rats chased me off. I was in the dungeon wrong at the time. So it's in the dungeon wrong. We have to find it in the dungeon wrong. Wrong is north of where we are. So that'll be fun. Anyhow, hope you guys have a Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. And stay well, stay warm. Peace out. See you later.